Good evening, everyone. We are the Group 8 reporters.
I'm Clovel Almidora.
I'm Shella Sahilia.
I'm Mabidoy Kenzin Pagibot. And our topic is all about the Japanese occupation
And the second, Philippines Republic.
Japanese occupation in the Second Philippines Republic. Objective. Introduction. Japan occupied the Philippines for over 3 years until the surrender of the Japan. A highly effective guerrilla campaign by Philippines resistance force controlled 60% of the island, mostly jungle and mountain areas. Maktar supplied them by submarine and sent reinforcement and officers. Filipino remained loyal to the United States, partly because of the American granted of the independence and also because the Japanese had praised large numbers of Filipinos into work details and even put young Filipino women into the brotherhood. Okay.
war came unexpectedly to the Philippines. Japan opened a surprise attack on the Philippines on December 8, 1941. When Japan attacked without warning, just 10 hours after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japanese troops attacked the island in many places and touched a pincer drive on Manila. Aerial bombardment was followed by landings of ground troops in Luzon. The defending Philippine and United States troops were under the command of General Douglas MacArthur.
The morning after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Philippines was also under attack by the Japanese forces. On December 8, 1941, Japanese aircraft bombed the U.S. Air Base in Clark Field and destroyed much of the U.S. Air Force there. Japanese forces also invaded the Philippines from the north, landing in the northern island of Luzon and Mindanao. Over the following weeks, Japanese forces advanced south, capturing major sites and cutting of U.S. and Filipino forces. The Japanese occupiers imposed harsh conditions in the Filipino people, and by the end of April 1942, the entire Philippines archipelago had been occupied by the Japanese military.
Kapisanan na paglingkod sa bagong Pilipinas or Kalibapi. Ang Kalibapi ay isang partidong pampolitika na nagsilbing ang nag-iisang umiiral na partido sa Pilipinas noong pananakop ng Hapon. Ito ay nilayong maging serbisyong Pilipino ng partidang Taisei Yokosankai ng pamahalaan ng Hapon. That's ang Kalibapi. A constitution that aggregate of fundamental principles of establishment precedents that constitution the legal base of the polity organization or a type of entity and commonly determine how the entity is to be government. That's all.
The 1987 Constitution, ratified on February 2, 1987. This constitution, formulated by Constitutional Commission led by Cecilia Munoz Palma, pushed for restoration of the presidential government and protection of human rights. The Preamble. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God, in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideas and aspiration, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy, under the rule of law and regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace, to ordain and promulgate this Constitution. Ang layunin nito ay upang matiyak ang soberanya ng Estado at ng integridad ng pambansang teritoryo.
Hi, I'm Clovel, and good evening, everyone. Philippines occupied by Japan over 3 years. There was highly effective guerrilla campaign by Philippine resistance forces. So, gi-control nila ang 60% sa mga Philippine island and mostly katong mga mountain areas. And when we say a guerrilla, kay mo na siya ang small group of civilian nga mo-attack sa isang hukbong panglipa. In addition, Mark Arthur supplied them by submarine and reinforcement and officers. But, nagpabiling gihapon ang loyalty sa mga Pinoy ngadto sa taga-US kay it's because America guarantee of independence sa mga Filipinos, especially sa mga babae kay in Japanese time kay ang mga babae ginapanghimo lang nila og prostitute. Ang relevance niya kay studying history is essential for good citizenship. The lives of the Filipino during the occupation. During the occupation of the Japanese in the Philippines, they ran the Philippines with an iron hand. They instilled fear, declared martial law. They imposed curfews. They ordered anyone who possessed them, or even those who are just accused of going against the Japanese, were punished and killed. Singing of national anthem and raising of the national flag was prohibited. Political parties, elections, and public assemblies were put to halt. Schools, printing presses, telegraph, and radio stations are closed down. Everything was controlled by Japanese. Although the United States wanted to end the occupation in 1947, the Soviet Union vetoed a peace treaty with Japan. A treaty was signed in September 8, 1951, and the occupation ended in the following year. By then, ang Japan tabang gihapon og construct and improve infrastructure in the Philippines. These include major arterial highways, bridges, airports, railways, and ports.